prepared. Not everyone will be ready for what's coming, and most won't even realize they missed it until it's too late. This isn't just a full moon. It's a cosmic wake-up call dressed as a spotlight, and it's coming straight for your soul. You've been drifting between who you were and who you're meant to become, but the clock just hit its final tick. And ready or not, the veil is lifting. Your spirit's been whispering, but tomorrow it'll scream. Loud, sharp, unignorable. If your sleep has been broken, if your thoughts feel scattered, if emotions you buried years ago are clawing their way to the surface, you're not broken, you're being summoned. Tomorrow, the universe kicks open a hidden door, one that only opens once, one that doesn't stay open long. And if you're still distracted, still half awake, still playing small, you won't just miss a moment. You'll miss a mission. This moon doesn't ask permission. It breaks patterns, it snaps illusions, it clears timelines like fire racing through dry grass. It's not here to comfort you, it's here to challenge you, to expose the lie you've been living, and to ask, are you brave enough to become who you really are? You ever seen a snake shed its skin? It doesn't look graceful, it looks like struggle, like suffocation, but on the other side, rebirth. This is your skin-shedding moment. Either you crack open or you dry up. As Rumi said, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. So if you've been getting signs, angel numbers, sudden breakdowns, strange dreams, this is your confirmation. You weren't imagining it. You were being prepared. This full moon, July 10th, is not random. It's rare, it's raw, and it's ruthless with the unready. You only get one shot to align, to listen, to shift. And the first 8 hours of this energy, that's where the door is widest. Miss that and you miss everything. Like, subscribe, drop 77 in the comments if your soul already knows something big is coming. Help spread this message to someone who might still be asleep, because if they don't wake up now, they may never come back. Now let's get into what this full moon is really doing behind the scenes, and why your entire future is hanging in the balance. Number 1. This moon locks in your soul timeline. The moment you've been feeling in your gut, it's not imagination, it's alignment. And tomorrow's full moon isn't just symbolic, it's spiritual law. We're entering a moment where the timeline you walk, your soul's timeline, is about to get locked in. No more delays, no more detours. The door that's been slowly opening, it's about to slam shut. This moon doesn't ask who's ready, it chooses. Like a train pulling into a station that only stops once in your lifetime. If you miss it, you don't just wait for the next one. You go back to the beginning of the track, back to lessons you swore you already learned, back to patterns you thought you broke. That's the loop. And here's what most won't realize. You don't feel stuck because you're lazy. You feel stuck because you've been circling a chapter that was meant to end years ago. But your soul couldn't override the wheel until now. Imagine a video game with 2 doors. One is glowing with light, the other looks familiar, safe, a path you know too well. If you're not awake, if you're still chasing comfort or validation, you'll walk through the familiar door again without even realizing you missed the exit. This moon draws a hard line between the two. One leads forward, the other traps you in spiritual déjà vu. You might ask, but how do I know if I'm on the right timeline? The answer is simple. If it costs you peace, if it repeats old wounds, if your intuition feels silenced, that's the wrong door. Some will feel this moon like an ache, some like a nudge, but a few will feel it like lightning through the chest, like their soul just remembered something ancient. That's the moment it all locks in. This isn't about drama, it's about destiny. The contracts your soul made before you were born, about who you'd become, what you'd heal, and what you'd outgrow, are all coming up for review. And tomorrow, the final stamp hits. You can't fake your way through this one. You either shift or you spiral. The universe doesn't play favorites, It plays frequencies, and if your energy's not aligned with where you claim you're going, you'll be rerouted back to the beginning again. So ask yourself, do you feel the pull, or are you still pretending you've got time? Number 2, the calm is the trap. There's a stillness coming that feels too smooth to question. A strange calm, a magnetic peace, and most people, they'll lean into it. They'll think they've finally caught a break. But that's the setup. Because this full moon doesn't roar, it whispers. And the silence, that's the trap. Think of it like a predator in tall grass. It doesn't make noise, it waits, it watches, it lets you get comfortable. And right when you drop your guard, it strikes. That's what this moon is doing, luring your spirit into a trance so your ego can walk straight into the same old cycle. And if you're not present, if you confuse calm for clarity, you'll hand over your energy without even realizing it. You'll notice people around you start spiraling for no reason. Little arguments, sharp words, mood swings. Suddenly, things that seemed solid start to crack. It won't look loud, it'll look subtle. That's how this energy works. Precision chaos. A scalpel, not a hammer. And here's the kicker. The test is not about what happens, it's about how you respond. Are you triggered, reactive, blaming everyone else? Then you're still asleep. But if you can feel the emotional spike and stay grounded, if you can observe instead of absorb, that's awareness, that's power. Remember, chaos is a mirror, and if this moon shows you something uncomfortable, it's not punishment, it's revelation. Sit in the fire, breathe, don't flinch. Because the ones who hold their center right now, they're the ones who escape the loop. Number 3, a download is coming if you're still enough to catch it. There's a message coming for you, and it's not loud, not flashy, not obvious. It won't show up as a billboard or some grand sign in the sky. No, it arrives quietly, like a feather brushing your consciousness. A whisper that could change everything, but only if you're still enough to catch it. This full moon is like a cosmic courier. It carries a psychic download, a flash of insight coded specifically for you. Not for your friend, not for your timeline, you. And it won't knock twice. One blink too slow, one scroll too deep, one distraction too loud, and it passes you by like smoke through open fingers. It could come as a single sentence in your head, a name, a strange dream, a sudden chill that says, pay attention. You might be in the shower, driving, even half asleep. Doesn't matter. When it hits, you'll feel it, like something just clicked into place. That's not inspiration, that's divine instruction. This moon acts like a USB plugged into your consciousness, but the download is delicate. It only lands in a quiet mind. If you're anxious, overthinking, or numbing out, it'll skip over you completely. You might ask, what if I miss it? That's the danger. You won't even know you missed it. That's why stillness is sacred now. So when it comes, don't doubt it. Write it, speak it, anchor it into your reality. Because it's not just a thought, it's a spiritual tool, a key, and the door it unlocks, it only opens from the inside. Number 4, you're not falling apart, your false self is. What you're feeling right now, the heaviness, the anxiety, the strange disorientation, isn't random. You're not broken. You're being dismantled, not to destroy you, but to reveal you. This full moon isn't soft, it's surgical. It peels away everything false, everything fragile, everything that was never truly you. It doesn't care how long you've worn the mask. It only cares about who you were before the world told you who to be. You may feel like your thoughts are spiraling, your emotions surging, even your body aching. That's not weakness, that's your old self glitching. The part of you built on pleasing others, shrinking your truth, performing safety, is dying. And like all deaths, it's messy. Think of a house being gutted to its frame. From the outside, it looks like destruction, but inside, it's restoration. This moon is shaking your foundation, testing every piece of you for authenticity. The parts that crack, they were never meant to last. The parts that remain, that's your core. You might ask, why does it feel so uncomfortable? Because comfort was the cage, and this is your jailbreak. That job that drains you, that friend who masks resentment as concern, that thought loop convincing you to play small. This moon brings it all to the surface like toxins leaving the bloodstream. If you're asleep, you'll call this chaos. If you're awake, you'll recognize it as rebirth. You're not falling apart, you're falling free. Let it all collapse. What's real will survive. What's true will rise. Number 5. The 8-hour window that changes everything. There's a portal opening, and it doesn't knock twice. For exactly 8 hours, beginning at the peak of the full moon's illumination, the Earth's energy field shifts, not in theory, in reality. It's like the planet exhales, and for a brief moment, everything stills and listens. Frequencies rise, the veil thins, and in that space, whatever you focus on doesn't just echo, it etches. Your thoughts become commands, your emotions become signatures, your energy becomes blueprint. Imagine the universe handing you a pen and saying, "Write." What would you inscribe into your destiny? That's the power of this window. But most people will scroll through it, sleep through it, or argue with someone about something meaningless. This moment is not about drama, it's about direction. These 8 hours act like spiritual wet cement, whatever belief, vision, or emotion you drop into it. Sets. This isn't the time to second-guess yourself. If you've been visualizing a new life, anchoring a new identity, or releasing a toxic pattern, this is the moment to seal it. And yes, doubts will creep in. But those doubts are echoes from the past. The energy right now is listening to something much deeper, your soul's clarity. So be deliberate, be still, speak as if the universe is taking notes, because it is. Whatever you magnetize during this window becomes momentum. And what you ignore, it festers in shadow, waiting to repeat. Don't waste the 8-hour door. Step through it, eyes open, voice clear, future rewritten. Number 6. The return of the bait. Just when you thought it was over, it returns. That person you finally walked away from, that job you promised you'd never settle for again, that sweet, familiar pull wrapped in false hope. It comes back, but not to stay, to test. This full moon has a strange way of resurfacing what you thought you buried. Not to rekindle it, but to release it for good. Think of it like spiritual bait, the final illusion before the breakthrough. The past shows up dressed in better clothes, smoother words, and a new story. But the pattern underneath? Unchanged. This is not a second chance. It's a mirror to see if you've really learned the lesson or if you're just pretending to be healed. The universe doesn't send this stuff back because you need it. It sends it back to see if you'll still want it. And if you flinch, if you entertain it, if you answer the message or justify the urge, you're stepping back into a loop your soul was trying to end. It might feel like love, like closure, like maybe this time it'll be different. But truthfully, old cycles scream loudest right before they die. Don't let loneliness or guilt whisper you back into a chapter that almost broke you. When the ghost knocks, stay silent. When the offer comes, pause. When the emotion floods, breathe. Then say the words that close the gate for good. Not this time, because you're not who you were, and you don't belong there anymore. Number 7. Even casual choices lock in your timeline. Tomorrow is sacred, and nothing, not even the smallest choice, is casual. Every yes you mutter without meaning it, every truth you postpone, every moment you betray your own knowing, it all leaves a mark. This full moon isn't just shining light, it's recording data. Think of the energy like a courtroom. Your actions are evidence, your silence is testimony, and your hesitation, that becomes your verdict. This moon is cosmic ink. Whatever you agree to, through words, habits, or even quiet compliance, gets sealed into your soul's next chapter. That one text you reply to out of guilt. That one invitation you accept just to avoid discomfort. Those are not harmless. They are contracts, and you don't get to pretend they were accidental. The universe doesn't work off intention. It works off alignment. You may look around and see others gliding through, making careless moves without consequence, but that's not you. When you're awake, you're accountable, and spiritual awareness means even your casual choices carry weight. You might think it's just one little decision, but tiny hinges swing massive doors. One misaligned yes can keep you tethered to a timeline you were supposed to outgrow. One ignored truth can echo for months. So choose with your future in mind. Be precise, be honest, be awake, because your higher self is watching. And they're whispering something you need to remember right now. Don't you dare mess this up. We came too far for that. Number 8. Comfort is the final distraction. Right before the shift hits, something sneaky shows up. It doesn't come crashing in like chaos. It creeps in softly, like comfort. A nap that feels a little too tempting. A scroll that pulls you deeper than you meant. A harmless snack, a casual distraction, a quick break that turns into hours. That's not rest. That's resistance in disguise. This moon doesn't get blocked by fear, it gets blocked by ease. And right before you align with your next level, comfort will whisper louder than your calling. You'll feel it, the pull to slow down, to zone out, to just do it tomorrow. But that's the final trap. That's the universe asking, will you choose presence even when nothing feels urgent? Because true alignment isn't tested in the chaos. It's tested in the quiet. Don't confuse comfort with peace. Real peace has clarity, purpose, sharpness. This kind of comfort, it numbs you. It puts your spirit on mute. You might say, but I deserve rest. And you do. But rest is sacred when chosen with intention. This is avoidance, and it has perfect timing, because just before the breakthrough, the energy softens. So you'll forget the mission. And the moon doesn't care what you meant to do. It responds only to what you actually do. So this time, choose presence over pause. Choose clarity over comfort. This is the narrow window where growth takes root. Miss it, and you don't rewind. You repeat. So here's the truth. This isn't just another full moon. It's a line in the sand, one your soul chose long before you got here. What you do in the next 24 hours decides whether you break cycles or get pulled back into them. Stay awake, stay grounded, and honor what's calling you, even if no one else hears it. If this hit your spirit, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to wake up before it's too late. Drop "I choose alignment" in the comments if you're claiming your timeline. The portal is open. Step through.